Have you ever wondered what makes Dangote one of the best smart investors in Africa? Have you ever wondered what makes Warren Buffett, George Soros, Carl Kahn, BlackRock, Peter Lynch, Charles Schwab, John Templeton, and so many other smart investors we have today, like Elon Musk, Bill Gates? Have you ever wondered what makes these guys so good at their work? They are smart investors. There are things they do that many other investors don't do. There are things they know that many other investors don't do and don't know. I read books by the troubled past president of the US, Donald Trump. He wrote books, that is, if he wrote them, on investment and real estate. One of the books which I liked was The Art of the Deal. I think I can remember that one correctly. Donald Trump is a very good investor, very smart. Of course, he got money from his parents, but he was able to maintain the wealth and multiply that wealth. Do you want to know the secrets of smart investors? This is episode 1 of our masterclass on the secrets of smart investors. My name is Kato Mukasa. I am an international commercial lawyer and entrepreneurship coach. My first degree is in economics. My other 2 degrees are in law, a bachelor's degree in law, and of course, a master's degree in international commercial law. And I've been an investment consultant, an entrepreneurship consultant for the government of Uganda, specifically the Ministry of Gender, Youth, and Labor, under the Department of the National Youth Council, where I was their consultant for some time. But I've also worked with a number of companies and organizations. Welcome to yet a beautiful segment of How to Be a Smart Investor. But please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's called Think Better, Do Good Better. Think Better, Do Good Better is the channel. I'm encouraging you to subscribe. And we are going to get this video and many inspirational videos that talk facts. We talk business on this channel, business entrepreneurship, business wealth creation, parenting children into entrepreneurs, guiding businesses, monitoring businesses, evaluating businesses. This is what we do. Investment, insurance, mortgages, debt recovery. This is what we do. Right. Let us have it right away. Smart investors do things that are unique. Look at Warren Buffett. Look what Elon Musk these days. The programs does here in the UK. Whenever I watch his programs here in the UK, I say this guy is damn smart. What does Musk know that others don't know? Now, smart investors start to invest early. They learn the game of investment early enough. They are taught, they are mentored by their parents, by their guardians, by their angels. Investment is an art you learn, not from school. Schools don't teach you how to invest smartly. I went to the School of Economics, of course. I attended economic classes. I know what I'm talking about. You don't learn investment in schools. They are all theories. You learn investment through practically observing stuff. And of course, you can read books of smart investors, then you can learn. Carnegie, one of the investors who wrote smartly. Benjamin Franklin wrote smartly about investment. Now, you can learn from these smart investors. They have the knowledge. Robert Kiyosaki of Rich Dad Poor Dad talks about investment. I love his cash flow quadrangle book. I have it like my Bible, the cash flow quadrangle book by Robert Kiyosaki. Great guy of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Investment is in the mind, but investment is trained. You learn by doing and you learn by seeing. That's why a lecturer who teaches investment at university may be the poorest of all, but is teaching investment, but owns no investment. Sometimes I laugh at these lecturers, honestly. You have never invested anything, but we are teaching investment. Now, I would share with you, as a smart investor, because I've been an investor myself, I've begun companies. I'm the managing director of Pearl Vocational Training College in Uganda. I've started companies, and I know why companies fail and why companies succeed. Now, smart investors are smarter because, one, they start investing early and they learn from their mentors. They have mentors. Number two, they don't do stupid decisions. They don't rush decisions. They delay decisions. They consult. They sleep over major decisions. They don't simply bump into making big financial decisions. 3 or 4, they have passion. They love investment. They love what they do. That's why smart investors, number 5, if you may, take smart risks. Smart investors take smart risks, take calculated smart risks. Let me tell you something about stocks. When I was doing research at my bachelor's degree in economics, I did something to do with stocks, stock exchange. Now, some people actually fear to buy shares because they think they are undervalued. Now, a smart investor will buy shares at their undervalued level. Because this smart investor knows what we call the intrinsic value in a share. Go Google it. I'm an economist. I know what it means to do with the intrinsic value of a share. Now, a smart investor knows that when a share is undervalued, actually its intrinsic value may be higher. Now, you may look at the stock market and you think the share is doing badly, and a smart investor knows this is the right time to buy. Now, we look at low versus high value of stock, of sales. So you don't get afraid to buy shares, even when they are undervalued, because you think there will be time when it will be worth more. They will buy shares, hold them, hold, HOARD, hold them, keep them, and wait for the optimum moment. Smart investors are smarter than the average investors who look at the price of shares always must be high to buy. Sometimes they even buy when they are undervalued. I mean, the stock, talking about the stock here, the stock. So you look at stock and look at low stock and then high stock value. And then you are not afraid to sell stock. Basically, there's something else about stock. When the stock is undervalued, when you find a company which is undervalued companies which have a future are the best to buy and to invest in. An undervalued company which has a future is the best bargain to put in your money. But we must consult the experts who are going to do an analysis of this company. Now, a smart investor is a consultant of himself first and his masterclass, as Benjamin called it, the masterclass or the mastermind. Benjamin called it the mastermind. Now, smart investors know that even when a company is doing badly, I look at its value vis-a-vis the image being assigned. Even when the company is doing badly, I look at the management team of the company before I invest. Who are the guys behind this company? Are they credible? Do they have a name to protect? I will invest in this company even when it is struggling. Smart investors look at the team managing the company, not at the value of the company at the moment. They look at the core team, the people behind the team. Do they have a good image? Are they marketable? Are they sellable? Are they genuine? Are they honest people? Now, smart investors will not run away from buying a company that is collapsing. They will buy it. Freaking investors, panicky investors will always be like, not so sure, I cannot buy. A smart investor is going to buy a company that is collapsing and is going to revive it and is going to make wonders out of that company, because he knows that the company at its weakest is not the end of that company. You look at its portfolio, you look at its managing team, you look at its history before you invest. You're a smart investor. Companies that are well managed are good enough to be bought. You look at a profitable company also. When a company is making sales, is making profits, also is the best time to buy. You invest in that company. You buy shares because that company is doing well. I bought shares in MTN Uganda. I bought shares. Even when I have 0.0001%, I want to teach this one to all directors, including those I work with. It doesn't matter the value, the number of shares you have in a company. It doesn't matter. What matters is having a share in a good company. Even one share in a good company, 1% share in a good company is so good. Imagine having 1% share in MTN Uganda. Just imagine how much money you'll be getting every year in dividends. Now, I bought my shares in MTN, but I have like 0.0000001. I'm far away from even 1%, but I'm happy I invested in MTN. When I see people buying airtime, buying our phones and all that, I am happy I invested in MTN Uganda, because I know when to buy shares in a company. When I see New Vision, I'm happy. Now, smart investors know when and where and how to invest. Because investment is long term, they think long term. The value of my shares now I bought about 5 years ago, 3 years ago, is increasing every day. And before I know it, some little money has come on my account. That is the importance of investing smartly. Smart investors invest in passive income, passive income, passive investments. You don't need to be there every day to work with MTN. You just bought your shares and that's it. Others are working. You wait for your dividends. You wait to share from the cake. Those are smart investors. They diversify. You don't keep all your eggs in one basket. Diversify. Have different items, companies you have invested in. Dangote in Africa is a very smart investor. Look at the work it does. The production in fruits, then cement, the construction, all those are investments for Dangote, one of the most respected investor in Africa. Diversify your portfolio. Invest in passive income, real estate, hotels, lodges, renters if you can, schools. These are areas you can buy shares, because like it or not, they are going to appreciate. Land, real estate. When others are running away from buying, it's the right time to buy and keep quiet. Give it value. There is a piece of land I bought from Sema Properties about 10 years ago at about 7 million shillings that time. Right now, that one piece of land is worth over 30 million shillings. I bought those pieces of land in 2003 at about 7 million each. Right now, the buying price of that piece of land is 30 millions plus. That is smart investment. It takes patience and waiting. You buy this land, you dump your money there, because land is the only asset in life that does not depreciate. Land does not lose value. No one should tell you a lie. Forget about a house. I'm talking about land on which the house is seated. Land appreciates because its demand is what? Is it inelastic or elastic? It has to go back to economics. Land's demand does not end. Every day, people are looking for land. Now, a smart investor is going to invest his monies in buying some real estate, regardless of where the estate is. But remember to buy from good established companies. I've just given an example of SEMA Properties, where I've been buying my properties for many years. I've just given an example of the properties I bought in 2003 at about 7 million. Today, they are 30 million each plot. And I'm not selling still. I'm not selling still. Now, I'm not the wealthiest investor. Actually, I'm the poorest among the investors in Uganda, I know. But I have the brain to know that this is a good investment portfolio. Understand that. Understand where to invest and when to invest. But know the motive. Lastly, which is very important, two things which are very important. Learn to invest in companies with less competition. Learn to invest in companies with less competition. I've given an example of MTN Uganda, where I invested. I told you, even if I have 0.00001%, I'm happy. MTN has less competition. It has been there for years. You may bring all other phone companies, mobile companies, whatever it is, MTN remain a force. Other companies come and grumble, come and crumble, come and fail. MTN in Uganda remains. They may say it's expensive, but it has built a portfolio. There may be Airtel coming and other companies, but they are struggling. MTN remains. Why? It came before them, and it's established itself before so many other companies. Now, buy shares in a company with a name, in a company with a history, in a company with less competition. Finally, invest in what we call moat companies. Moat, M-O-A-T. Invest in what we call moat companies, M-O-A-T. Now, I want to thank you so much for supporting us. This company is all about business. This was how to know the secrets of smart investors, episode 1. I'll see you in the second one. See you in the next one. Click that dial, subscribe, and keep watching our series. For more, contact us, and please keep your hope alive. See you in the next one.